Okay, so we're moving right along. As you guys know, we've organized our project, we've made Premiere, we've done some editing, we about our placements. And remember, we're generally looking for Fruit Loop of colors. We're looking for some nice bright colors. So you'll see that some of these, my orange ones, the car-to-car shots are very long. So I did a lot of right-clicking speed duration on those. But you'll notice that very beginning of my page, I've got just a multitude of colors. And that's kind of what you should have, just to kind of mix it up and kind of go from there. Now, there are a couple different ways that we can do this particular video, but in order to start getting an idea, because right now I'm about 2 minutes and 14 seconds long, which is going to be way too long. So I'm going to go to my audio and I'm going to find two of the audios. I'm going to find the boy and the middle-aged guy. So there's Alex, the middle-aged guy. I'm going to find, like, who's the kid? Oscar? Where the heck is he? Oscar, youngest. So I'm just going to try a placeholder and put that there. And then I'm going to grab the middle-aged dude right there and there. And that's about a minute long. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to just slide it over just a little bit. I'm going to give a little bit of room for my intro, a little bit of room for my outro. So to tell you the truth, on our first video, that's how long it's going to be. Now, I've already done this cool thing with some Chat GPT. Let me bring that over. You'll notice that that's about a minute long too. So I don't know what yours is going to be, but that's pretty good. Now, I also went and downloaded some music off the internet, and you guys can use the stuff that you've already got that you downloaded a couple weeks ago there. But I figured since we're doing like an astronaut thing, I downloaded Astronaut in the Ocean, and I'm going to kind of bring that down. So you'll see it's about 2 minutes long. So I've got a lot of extra clips. So what I need to do now is take it down to about this far. So I'm going to work on that here in just a second. But at this time, you'll see that I haven't used some of these clips over here. That's okay. Put them in reserve because we still have to do a track mat and some other stuff. But you'll see how it's kind of starting to shape up. Now, see how these ones right in here? This is very long. This is very long. So unless they're like really good clips, I am going to start making those a little smaller. So that's a good end clip because they're driving away into the distance. But it's okay. So play around with some more. Try to get some nice Fruit Loop colors going on. We'll be back in a minute when we make mine a little shorter. So I've got a pretty good rough cut at this time. Remember that I've got my nice intro here with nothing going on. Then I have the boy's voice, Oscar. Then I've got Frank here. Now I'm not using the old man. But if I did use the old man, it would be probably a really good length. But the problem is the old man's just depressing, to tell you the truth. So I'm not going to use him. You guys certainly don't need to either. Because it makes it really long if you do that. Like, look how long this guy's speaking. That would be easy on us to kind of make everything fit, but we don't need to do that, okay? Let's keep it short. So you do have to make some decisions about exactly what you want and don't want. But for right now, you should look something like what I'm doing. I've got all the clips kind of put together like I like. I might shorten this one up, and I might shorten this one up, but I've really got to determine what I want. These ones I've got in reserve. I'm going to do an overlay and some other stuff going on that I've got in reserve, so that's a pretty good jump right here. Okay, so we still don't know exactly what's going on with our audio. We don't know exactly what we're going to do with that. We don't know exactly what we're going to do with this either. So what we can do, though, is I'm going to move these down a layer, and I'm going to put some sound effects on. I'm going to put my sound effects on audio 1. Now, remember, the guy showed us, if you can zoom into this, you can double-click and give that a name. Remember, you can also go to your gear and go to expand all tracks. And under audio, you can just rename that. And I'm just going to call mine Sound FX. Oops, I didn't do that one right, did I? Rename. How about just FX? Now, over here, you've got some music files. Sorry, not some music files. Some like, well, let's listen to one. So you've got a rev going on here. So where do you want to put your rev? So watch your video and place these things down in here. Try to do those. Now, if you really get carried away, you, of course, can go online and find some really good ones, too. You're not required to, but it does kind of look cool if you do, if you got some extra time. Okay, I've matched some of my audio up with some of the clips. Like, for example, this clip right here, I think this is a pretty good one. So listen to this one. So I got the Broadway. What I've done with this, since I like those two together, remember how we linked and unlinked our audio before? Well, you can also link them back up. So now when you move one, you move them both. So it looks pretty good. Now, we are going to do something with their intro right here, and we are going to do something with their outro. Now, these ones left over, remember, we're going to have to do what we did last section. We're going to do a track mat, and we're going to do an overlay as well, along with some Lumetri colors, some other little things like that. You'll also notice I've got a couple issues on some of my videos, but that's okay. Do you remember how we did that adjustment layer and we cropped it down? We are going to do that so I don't have to do a lot of work on this. So that's what we're looking for. So hopefully your video is looking good at this point. I'd show you my video, but it's so long. It's just I don't want to waste your time watching a minute and a half. So the main thing we're trying to key towards is the voice at this time. So keep this voice here. You should be okay. This is my music. Now remember, you could use the music that they gave you, which was Day Pass. I downloaded my own. I downloaded Astronaut in the Ocean. You guys don't need to have that one, but I did. I thought it sounded pretty good. So anyway, I keep plugging along. I'll have probably 1 or 2 more videos for you, and we'll wrap this bad boy up.